Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol INSY. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Crazy price movement the past couple of days, and then you look down here at the volume, and by far the biggest volume this chart has had for quite a while. So a lot of eyeballs on this one, and this one is pretty sketchy, and you can't quite call it a pump and dump, but things are looking a little rough, and there's definitely a level that really stands out to me that's going to kind of separate whether or not this was some pump and dump or if there's maybe some longer term power behind it, and that area is down here at, let's see, what is that? $8.25. Why is $8.25 so important? Well, I'm not saying this will happen, but just kind of to pretend so I can prove the point here. Let's say the price comes to $8.25 and then breaks below it and then continues on down. What would you have at that point in time? You would literally have the price right back inside of that range where it all started, it being the big move. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that go back to where the movement actually started is not a sign of true power. That's literally a pump and dump where a price makes an awesome move, which has already happened. I mean, this has been a great move, no doubt about it. Both in a time span of a few days, if the price literally goes right back to where it all started, I mean, that by definition is a pump and dump. I'm not saying that'll happen. I'm just saying that's why $8.25 is important. Because on the flip side of things, and to be fair to the bulls, maybe something like this could happen where it comes down to $8.25, behaves in this manner, and then starts to work its way back upwards. In that situation, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have these lows here. You'd actually have some other lows a little bit lower. You picture these as stair steps. And okay, fine. From the grand scheme of things viewpoint, you would still technically have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's what what a truly strong move is going to do. It's going to make progress going forward. Now, in the shorter term, if any sort of movement back upwards is going to happen, where are some of these levels of resistance at? In the very short term, the sellers are clearly hanging out right here at that 950 mark several times this afternoon. The price tried to get back up above it and couldn't quite do it. So that'll be initial level of resistance. After that, next overall level up around $10.25. So crazy movement. Like I said, I can't quite call it a pump and dump, but things are definitely nearing some thin ice here. So we'll see how the price plays out next week, but should be pretty interesting. Everybody have a great Labor Day weekend, not Memorial Day. Have a great Labor Day weekend. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.